friends, and thanks for joining me again. And I actually have a video to add to the homemade house cleaning stuff series. So I had a little bit of a mishap in my oven, which does happen from time to time. And while cleaning the oven isn't my favorite thing to do in the world, sometimes it needs done. But I do have a cool method that makes it a whole lot easier to do, and it doesn't use any of those awful chemical cleaners that just smell horrible and that are awful for our health. And this homemade cleaner is very inexpensive too. So what I'm going to do is actually explain the equipment that I use and the method, and then I'll go ahead and show you how it works. So the only two cleaning things that you're going to need is baking soda and vinegar. And then other than that, the only equipment that I use is actually a pan for some water, and then my vacuum to get out the crumbs first, and then just some scrub sponges and things like that just to get off the stuff. So the way this actually works is that I take the baking soda and I sprinkle it around mainly in the bottom of the oven, and then I will go ahead and put some vinegar on top of that. I usually just spritz it. I don't use it in this big bottle. I actually have a vinegar sprayer, and then I spray it on top of that. And then if there's anything on the sides or anything else, because most of the time when it's dirty it's mainly on the bottom anyway, but if it does get on the sides, what I'll do is I'll kind of wipe it on the sides or the other stuff, even the oven racks, although those seem to be easier to just take out and put in the sink. But if it's bad, I'll put them on the oven racks or whatnot. And then the next thing I do is, while I'm leaving that for a little while, I'll actually take just a regular pan of water, just a small amount of water in there, and then you put it in the oven. Then you set your oven to a fairly low temperature, and then you just leave that on for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then you turn off your oven. So what this is actually going to do is it's going to heat up the water inside of there, and then it's going to kind of like create steam inside of there. And all that extra moisture and whatnot is actually going to loosen everything that's in there. And then right after that, the baking soda and the vinegar, is doing its little bubbly fizzy action, plus all the extra moisture in the oven. It's actually going to make it to where it just wipes off pretty easily, and you don't have to do a whole lot of work. So it does take a little bit of time, and it does take some patience, because you do have to wait for the oven to cool off. But yeah, you'll see in a second, it actually comes off very easily. So let me go ahead and show you my mishap in the oven and how dirty this is, and then let's clean it together.